How I faked a baking obsession for 3 years over one tiny lie 3 years ago. I started a new job. During my first week, an office colleague named Mary, a lovely elderly lady who bakes the best desserts in the world, brought in a massive, homemade cherry pie to treat the team. The thing is, I absolutely detest cherry filling. Hate it. The mere smell of baked or artificial cherry makes my stomach turn. But since I was the new guy and desperately wanted to fit in, I took a slice. Mary watched me expectantly as I took a bite. Wanting to be as polite as humanly possible, I forced a massive, unnatural smile and said, "Oh my God, Mary, this is incredible. I've never tasted anything better. Cherry is my absolute weakness." That was my fatal mistake. Mary never forgot it. From that day on, every single Monday, Mary brought something cherry-flavored to the office specifically for me. Cherry tarts, cherry muffins, cherry strudels. Whenever it was someone's birthday, Mary would bring a separate, mini cherry pie with a little note, "For our biggest cherry fan." For 3 long years, I maintained this lie. I became a hostage to my own politeness. I had to develop elaborate, spy-like strategies. I would take a slice of pie to my desk, pretend to eat it, then covertly slip it into a paper bag and dump it in a public trash can down the street during my lunch break. Sometimes I smuggled the muffins to other colleagues, begging them not to tell Mary. I expended an exhausting amount of energy covering up my crime. Last week, Mary announced she was retiring. At her farewell party, she came up to me with tears in her eyes and handed me a large box tied with a ribbon. "I know how much you love my baking, sweetheart," she said. "So I compiled a book of my secret recipes for you, and I baked one last thing for the road, my signature, 3-tier cherry cake." I nearly cried from sheer guilt and shame. I hugged her tightly and told her I would miss her terribly, which is true. She's wonderful. I brought the cake home. That evening, I sat in my kitchen, cut a slice, closed my eyes, and ate it. And you know what? It was still absolutely dreadful. But I ate every single crumb out of pure respect for Mary. Now, her recipe book sits on my shelf, and I plan to pass it down to my future children with one strict warning. Never, under any circumstances, praise a food you cannot stand.